Louisiana moves to redefine energy infrastructure amid industrial expansion. In response to surging electricity demand driven by rapid industrial development and the growth of data centers, Louisiana has launched a new task force focused on modernizing its energy infrastructure. The move signals a broader effort to equip the state's grid for long term resilience while addressing the evolving needs of large energy consumers. Energy consumption. Industrial facilities currently account for more than 40% of Louisiana's electricity consumption, with energy-intensive sectors facing rising base rates, projected to increase 90% between 2018 and 2030. Companies are increasingly seeking alternatives to traditional utility services. These include on-site power generation, access to renewable energy, and the development of industrial microgrids to support operational reliability and cost control. To address these priorities, the task force has been charged with studying frameworks that enable energy self-generation and microgrid development for large industrial customers. This includes the potential for merchant generators to directly serve co-located loads, even across multiple facilities, without compromising grid reliability or inflating costs for residential ratepayers. Another central focus is the modernization of Louisiana's permitting system for energy infrastructure. Stakeholders have pointed to outdated approval processes as a barrier to timely investment, and the task force aims to explore statutory reforms that introduce firm permitting timelines and clearer regulatory pathways. Streamlining these procedures could accelerate project development across renewables, battery storage, and combined heat and power systems. A strategic shift in a traditionally fossil-focused state. The task force represents a notable development in a state historically known for its deep ties to fossil fuels. Louisiana's economy has long been anchored by oil, gas, and petrochemical industries, and its energy policies have often reflected that legacy, favoring centralized, fossil-based generation and resisting aggressive clean energy mandates seen in other states. What makes this initiative stand out is its framing. Rather than positioning energy innovation as a climate directive, the task force emphasizes modernization, grid reliability, and industrial competitiveness. This business-oriented approach signals a pragmatic recognition. In order to attract and retain large-scale industrial investment, the state must offer flexible, cost-effective energy solutions, including renewable self-generation and microgrid access. While not a clean energy mandate, the move marks a shift in tone and policy direction. It acknowledges that enabling energy choice and infrastructure modernization is now a baseline requirement for economic development, particularly as global companies demand sustainable, resilient power options. Business and industries. Industry leaders in manufacturing, data, and chemical processing have long called for increased regulatory flexibility to meet corporate sustainability goals and control escalating utility expenses. By formally convening representatives from state agencies, utilities, cooperatives, and industrial consumer groups, Louisiana is taking a collaborative approach to building a forward-looking energy strategy. The implications for the business and energy sectors are significant. For industrial operators, expanded access to self-generation could reduce reliance on centralized utilities and improve the economics of facility expansions. For energy developers, the prospect of a more transparent permitting environment and a legal framework supporting direct-to-load generation opens new market opportunities. And for utilities, the rise of non-traditional energy models may prompt reevaluation of rate structures, grid integration strategies, and service offerings. The task force is scheduled to begin meeting in the fall, with final recommendations expected in early 2026. The outcomes could chart a new course for industrial energy policy in Louisiana, one that prioritizes resilience, affordability, and innovation. You've been listening to Sustainability Soundbites from E+E Leader. For more information on sponsorship opportunities, reach out to our team today.